Welcome back to the sessions on business ethics and governance. In this particular session, we are going to focus on the second module that basically caters to work-life balance. And we are basically going to concentrate on the Indian ethos and Indian philosophy on how to have a work-life balance when it comes to Indian scenario. Now, first and foremost, one thing which we want to understand is the term itself. What is work-life balance? There are three terms used over here, that is work, life, and balance. Balance is the way through which you are maintaining an equilibrium, a situation where you are trying to have two situations going the right way. You don't want to compromise on your personal life, neither you can forget the importance of being a professional. So how you can maintain a balance between the two lives that you are having? And therefore, it becomes very important for organizations to focus on this aspect. From the perspective of an employee as well, you cannot neglect the fact that you are working for an organization. So you can neglect the organizational objective. And therefore, before we go ahead with this understanding of the term, one thing is it is also mentioned in the management principles given by Henry Fayol, that is subordination of individual interest to group interest. That implies that once you are there with an organization, you cannot neglect or ignore the fact that you are a professional. Now, moving ahead and understanding the term work-life balance. Now, as I said, work means your professional front, life means your personal front, and how you are going to maintain an equilibrium situation where either of them are not affecting neither your work nor your professional life. Something which has affected you as a person may affect your professional life, but how, as being a professional, it becomes imperative for a person to ensure that his professional front is not being affected by his personal life, neither his personal life is being affected by his professional life. Now, in simple terms, when we define work-life balance, it involves the minimization of work-related stress and establishment of a stable and sustainable way to work while maintaining health and general well-being. Now, general well-being means the people who are going to be affected, neither your family nor your people who are working with you as associates, peers, subordinates, or superiors should be affected with something which has happened, affected your personal life. Now, the next thing which is going to be focused upon is what is the word ethos mean? Because we are talking about ethics, professional ethics, and it has derived from the word ethos. Ethos is a Greek word. It has basically implies that customs or habit, meaning morale, showing moral character. So, what is ethics according to the Indian context? When it comes to a professional ethics, what are the do's and don'ts that a person should basically focus on? So, in simple terms, the guiding belief or ideals that characterizes a community, nation, or ideology is referred as ethos. A discipline that examines one's morality or the moral standards of the society is being basically termed as ethos. Now, these are certain elaboration which might be very helpful in understanding the word ethos. Ethos is a Greek word which means moral character that is used to describe the guiding beliefs and ideals that characterizes a community, nation, and ideology. It is also a distinguishing character, moral, or guiding belief of a person, group, or institution. This particular word is basically having the discipline or the body of knowledge which derives the solutions from the rich and huge Indian system of ethics. The moral philosophy is known as the Indian ethos in management. Indian ethos in management, it has its base in the cultural heritage of India. Indian culture has its roots in the religions that we are going through. So all the things which we are deriving in the form of ethics is to a some extent has come from the religious beliefs, ideals, and the things which have been there in the religious scriptures. There are various religions practiced in India, like Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and many more. Indian ethos are also derived from the Vedas, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita, and various Upanishads. So these are the basic philosophy what you have gone from for the term ethos or ethics has been derived in India with the help of these books or these scriptures which tell us what is right and what is wrong. Now, features of what you find in the Indian ethos. We before that a little brief introduction or basically an understanding of the term or the concept that Indian system of business and management is based on the Indian values and tradition enshrined in our ancient scriptures. We are talking about the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, and the Bhagavad Gita, from where we have derived or we have come across with the various philosophies. Indian philosophy considers work as worship and even the customers as God. Work ethics has a very important place in business organization. So everything can be compromised, but not work. We all must have heard this thing that everything which we do is going to help us achieve what we are going to have in our future. Karma is going to be the prime thing. So you just need to work hard and leave everything on God, right? कर्म कर फल की इच्छा मत कर. That is what we have heard from the Bhagavad Gita. That means we should focus on the work and don't expect results. The results will be the same what we are expecting if we have done our bit in the right manner. So what we have derived from the Indian ethos, perfect individualism. That means you have to be a person of word, of wisdom, of integrity. You have to maintain an equilibrium in life, that is spirituality and practical life. Individual centrality, that means individual is the foundation, but you can't neglect the fact that you are part of society. So you should, as an individual, respect yourself. And if you're respecting yourself, if you are giving yourself um, the importance, definitely it's going to affect the people who are there across, and also the same type of system is going to be there in the entire organization. Teamwork, cooperation, because you may lead a team, but if the team is not united, you may never achieve the aim. So as a person, as a leader, it's become imperative to lead the team from the front. Teamwork has to play a very important or crucial role in the make or break of the system. Dignity of work, always respect your job, always respect the people, and no job is going to be big or small, no job is going to be superior or inferior, everything is going to be giving you the benefit. So if even if you are the CEO or you are the peon of the company, you are working for the company. So whatever you are earning is because of the work that is being done by you. So each one is equal in terms of work. Paying the universal debt. Definitely, as an individual who is working in society, has a responsibility or role towards the people across. So, definitely, your role becomes important when it comes to the universe as well. And knowledge and wisdom. Definitely, your knowledge, whatever you have acquired through your academics or experience, is going to give you the right type of wisdom to work. And then again, it will help you in making sure that you are not only a good professional but also a good person. Now, basically, when we talk about the elements that you'll find in the Indian ethos, is basic or based on the focus of the permanent, joy in performing one's function, and quest for perfection. Like for example, for understanding it more accurately, focus on the permanent. That means companies or jobs are going to be there. So you should work on the job itself. You should focus on your work. That gives you joy in perform, and it should, whatever you are doing, it should make you happy. You should be very much happy. You should have this thing in mind that whatever you are doing is going to give you not only organization the good, but also you are also enjoying that. And this way you are going to increase in the level of work, in the perfection level, and it will help you across whenever whatever you are doing. And that is what we have derived from the Indian ethos. Now, what are the values? What are the things which we have derived or which we have got from India to work for basically being a professional? Or what are the Indian values for the workplace? Rightful expectation from employees. Work ethics refers to ethical attitude to work alone in the context of employment. In any organization, the efficient and diligent performance of duty is assigned to the employees. You cannot expect anything and everything from your employee. They are working and getting their salaries, but definitely they are also knowing the fact that they are professionals. So definitely don't expect too much or even too less, because they also know what their job is. Developing the sense of fraternity and belongingness. The worker should exhibit by his behavior a sense of belongingness to the organization. So even though there are certain situation times when you don't feel very much satisfied, you feel demotivated, but you can't neglect the fact that the organization has given you the bread and butter. So definitely this belongingness has to be there towards the organization from the perspective of an employee as well. Protecting the interest of the organization. It must be the top priority of the organization and the employees to protect the interest of the organization against all odds. Whatever is going wrong across the globe, as an employee who is determined to work towards the accomplishment of goal, you should be also be honest towards your organization. You cannot basically do anything and everything which may affect the interest of the organization. That needs to be taken care by each and every employee. No adverse comments on the organization in public. See, if you are coming from an organization, like if you are coming from a family and you're not say speaking good thing about the family itself, it may affect you as an individual as well. Because if you are not honest, if you are not loyal to your own organization, you cannot be loyal to anyone. So in once, it is one of the great work ethics not to pass the adverse or demeaning comments about the organization, because it reflects the type of person you are. Sense of loyalty towards the organization, definitely. Workplace is another home for you, so it becomes imperative for workers to ensure that they have the loyalty towards the organization, which is also one of the very important element of being a strong and a very good professional. All the workers and employees of the organization are alive because the organization is alive. Loyalty means safeguarding the interest of the organization, because you are as good as your organization. Sense of discipline. Great work ethics is that of maintaining discipline in the organization. Every organization and the work group must have their written rules and norms, and the members and employees should abide them. Discipline is one of the key elements for the success of an organization, for the success of an employee. Protecting the interest of society. You are part of society, so you can't neglect this fact. Interest of the organization must be the high agenda and the top priority of the workers of the organization. Their activities must focus on the protection of the interest of the organization. Work ethics through appropriate system. System will play a decisive and an important role. So you cannot basically forego or undermine this fact. Therefore, unambiguous policies, rules, and regulations are facilitative in establishing work ethics. Clarity of these will make the ethics more purposeful. So you have to be clear, precise, lucid, so that every person could understand what you exactly wants to convey through your policies. Work ethics in terms of proper communication system, transparency is going to be quite crucial, and that is going to be possible with the proper communication system. A transparent communication system is said to be the lifeline of the organization, because it basic unit of life cannot be broken. On the basis of the holistic vision, Indians have developed work ethics of life. We have developed the mental, managerial, and administrative. All work has to be done directed towards a single purpose. This sums the first three important aspects related to work-life balance, which are related with the module. I hope it has given you a clear and precise understanding. Please go through it, and in case you have questions and queries, you can narrate them behind and in the comment section, so that I can give you the answers related to the queries. Till then, and we meet in the next part 2 of work life balance very soon. Thank you and keep learning.